Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into one of the wildest places on our planet. Beneath the seemingly empty, white surface of Earth's most remote continent, the ice is hiding an incredible ancient world. Let's uncover the secrets beneath the Antarctic ice. We're going on a vertical descent to answer this exact question. We're starting from that freezing, windy surface and plunging all the way down into a high-pressure, subglacial mystery. Because, a lot of people just don't realize exactly how deep this ice actually goes. Section 1. The Mystery Beneath the Ice. Let's look at this hidden ancient world. Back in the 1970s, Soviet scientists basically just picked a spot on the ice and started drilling. And they kept going and going for 28 years. The ice here isn't just a layer, it's practically a mountain. If you actually took a chunk of this ice and stood it straight up, at its thickest point, it would nearly rival Mount Kilimanjaro. To put that into perspective, you'd literally have to stack the tallest building in the world 6 times just to reach the top. It's massive. So, after drilling nearly 4,000 meters through that towering block of frozen water, those Soviet scientists suddenly had to stop. Why? Well, they hadn't hit solid rock like they expected. Instead, they hit water. They found Lake Vostok. This is a massive body of liquid water, roughly the size of Lake Ontario, which actually makes it the 6th largest lake in the entire world by volume. And here is the truly mind-blowing part. This secret lake had been completely sealed off from the rest of the planet for 15 million years. 15 million. Section 2. Drilling back in time. How ice acts as a historical record. Now, because Antarctica is technically the driest desert on Earth, it really only snows a tiny bit each year. And before that snow fully compresses into solid ice, it forms something called firn. Basically, firn is this spongy, frozen middle stage. But it is incredibly dangerous. See, as the immense weight of the whole ice sheet pushes outward toward the ocean, it stretches. And when it stretches too fast, that spongy firn snaps, forming these terrifying hidden crevasses. You could literally be walking on what looks like perfectly flat snow, completely unaware that there's a massive dark canyon right beneath your boots. But as that spongy firn does compress, its pores trap these tiny little bubbles of the atmosphere, literally freezing history in place. It's like a giant puzzle. By pulling up an ice core, scientists can read it almost exactly like tree rings. We're talking about pointing to a specific layer of ice and seeing the exact atmosphere from the Renaissance or the Roman Empire, ancient Egypt, or even going all the way back to the extinction of the Neanderthals 40,000 years ago. You can even spot these dark ash lines from volcanic eruptions that went off 20,000 years in the past. This is exactly why researchers out there are so careful not to contaminate that pristine surface. In fact, a European team recently pulled up an ice core containing 1.3 million years of planetary climate history. That really showcases the unparalleled scientific value of this frozen record. Just take a second to think about that. Over 1 million years of the Earth's climate story, just sitting there, trapped in a single continuous tube of ice, waiting to be analyzed. Section 3. Mapping a hidden world. Let's see what lies beneath all that. So what kind of geography actually exists under miles and miles of historical ice? We know there's at least that one massive lake, but what else is hiding down there? Well, to find out, our mapping technology had to evolve drastically. Back in the 1950s, they were literally just exploding TNT on the surface and measuring the seismic waves. Kind of wild, right? Today, we use advanced space lasers that look for the tiniest surface wrinkles. And for a truly high-definition picture, scientists now fly airplanes equipped with ice-penetrating radar that crisscrosses the continent to digitally strip away the ice. And you know what? They didn't just find some boring, flat surface. They discovered a ridiculously dramatic ancient world. We are talking about a trench deeper than the Grand Canyon, a completely hidden mountain range that rivals the European Alps, a massive impact crater, and get this, the largest volcanic region on Earth. And as for the lakes, well, researcher Dr. Helen Fricker noticed from satellite data that the ice sheet was actually lifting and dropping by almost 10 meters in certain spots. That means there isn't just one static lake down there. There's a vast, active plumbing system of hundreds of subglacial lakes constantly filling and draining into one another. They're kept liquid by geothermal heat and sitting under 350 times normal surface pressure. It's just unbelievable. Section 4. The threat of contamination, the danger of poking these secret lakes. Okay, so knowing these highly pressurized lakes exist is one thing. Safely piercing them without causing an absolute disaster is a whole different massive engineering hurdle. You can't just drill into a pocket of pressurized water without a serious plan. Dr. John Priscu captured the terrifying suspense perfectly. He said it's like putting a Mentos in a Pepsi bottle. It just blows up. If they made a mistake depressurizing a 15-million-year-old lake, it would be a total blowout, rocketing water straight up through the ice hole like a volcano. Obviously, nobody wanted to accidentally destroy a pristine environment or, get killed in the process. Which brings us to the ultimate question. The whole reason international teams risked everything to reach these untouched waters. If there is liquid water down there, is there life? If this water has been sitting in absolute pitch-black darkness, completely sealed away for millions of years, what exactly might be swimming in it?
Section 5. Poking the Secret Lakes. The Race to Find Life.
The quest to reach these hidden waters actually turned into a massive three-way international effort, with countries targeting different lakes using some wildly different methods. The Russian team went for Lake Vostok, but because their 4,000-meter drill hole was filled with freon and kerosene to keep it from freezing, their breakthrough caused a blowout. Water rocketed 30 meters up the borehole and the sample was controversially contaminated. Then you had the British team aiming for Lake Ellsworth with a hot water drill, but heartbreakingly, they ran out of fuel. So it really came down to the American team at Lake Whillans. They used meticulously decontaminated UV-filtered boiling hot water, and they successfully, and more importantly, cleanly broke through. And what they found when they finally pulled up a sample, it literally gave them goosebumps. It wasn't just empty water. They found tons of life. We are talking about a full, thriving ecosystem living in complete darkness, packed with genuine, newly discovered microbial life and bacteria. They even found brand new viruses. Though, quick disclaimer, don't worry, they're specific only to those bacteria and completely safe for humans. Now, they did send cameras down and didn't spot any larger animal life forms swimming around, but finding a robust, living ecosystem isolated under miles of ice is an absolute game changer. It's life that found a way to adapt to one of the absolute most extreme environments on our planet. Section 6. Antarctica and Alien Life. How this connects to the stars. Because here's the thing. This unbelievable biological discovery isn't just about Earth anymore. It has profound implications for astrobiology and the rest of our solar system. The exact same extreme, high-pressure, completely dark, isolated liquid ecosystems that we just found under the Antarctic ice, those exact conditions exist under the frozen crusts of icy moons like Europa. If we can use specialized, clean drilling technologies to successfully pierce through miles of ice without contaminating the sample here at home, well, it serves as the absolute perfect proof of concept for exploring those deep, icy, alien oceans. So I want to leave you with this thought to ponder. If life somehow found a way to survive and thrive in the most remote, dark, and punishing depths of Earth, what ancient, alien mysteries are still out there, just waiting for us to break through the ice? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions, and I'll catch you on the next one.